A developing case is now drawing national attention. New court filings in the D4vd murder case have revealed disturbing details, leaving the victim's family in shock. As more information becomes public, questions are growing about what really happened and how this case will unfold in court. Recent court documents have brought new attention to the case. The filings outline details that were not previously made public. Family members say they were unprepared for the level of information disclosed. What was once a quiet investigation is now back in the spotlight. The victim, described as a teenager, is remembered by loved ones as kind and full of potential. Family members have emphasized the impact of the loss on their community. They are now navigating both grief and the legal process unfolding around them. The newly filed documents reportedly include investigative findings, timelines, and witness statements. While not all details have been confirmed publicly, the filings provide a clearer picture of the events under review. Legal experts say such filings are often part of the pretrial process. The victim's family released a statement expressing shock at what was revealed. They described the details as difficult to process and called for respect and privacy as the case continues. Their focus remains on seeking justice. Authorities have stated that the investigation is ongoing. Officials are reviewing all available evidence as part of the case. They have not commented on every detail mentioned in the filing, but confirm that the case remains active. Pre-trial filings often include information gathered during investigations. However, not all details presented are final conclusions. Some information may later be challenged in court. This stage is critical in shaping how the case proceeds. As details spread online, public attention has increased. Many are following updates closely, but legal experts warn against drawing conclusions too early. Cases like this require careful review of verified facts. The case has deeply affected the local community. Residents have gathered in support of the victim's family. Community leaders are calling for unity and patience as the legal process continues. Both sides are preparing for upcoming legal proceedings. Prosecutors are expected to present their case based on the investigation. Defense attorneys will review the filings closely and may challenge aspects of the evidence. At this stage, it's important to separate confirmed facts from allegations. Court filings may include claims that are still under review. The legal system will ultimately determine what is proven and what is not. National media outlets have begun covering the story. As new information becomes available, coverage can bring awareness, but also increases pressure on everyone involved. Evidence presented in court will play a central role in this case. This includes witness statements, timelines, and forensic analysis. Each element must be examined carefully before conclusions are reached. Future hearings are expected as the case moves forward. These proceedings will determine next steps, including whether the case advances to trial or takes another legal direction. For the victim's family, the priority remains clear. They are seeking justice through the legal system and asking for respect as they continue to process their loss. Their voices remain central to this story. As new details emerge, the case continues to develop. Authorities, legal teams, and the family all face the road ahead. What happens next will depend on the evidence and the court's final decisions. The defense is now carefully analyzing the court filings. Their strategy will likely focus on challenging key elements of the investigation. Attorneys may question timelines, witness credibility, or how evidence was collected. At this stage, every detail becomes critical, because even small inconsistencies can shape the entire case. Prosecutors are expected to rely heavily on the findings outlined in the filings. They will aim to present a clear sequence of events supported by evidence. Their goal is to establish responsibility beyond reasonable doubt. This process often involves assembling multiple layers of testimony and analysis. Witness statements may play a significant role moving forward. These accounts can help establish context and timelines. However, they may also be challenged during cross-examination. In court, consistency and credibility are everything. Forensic analysis is another key component of the case. Experts may examine physical evidence to support or dispute claims made in filings. Such evidence must meet strict standards to be admissible in court. Its interpretation can influence the direction of the trial. Before any trial begins, both sides may file motions. These can include requests to exclude certain evidence or clarify legal points. Pre-trial motions help define what the jury may ultimately hear. They are often a decisive stage in complex cases. As the case gains attention, community members are asking for transparency. Many are seeking clear answers about what occurred. At the same time, leaders emphasize the importance of letting the legal process proceed carefully. Balancing public interest and due process remains essential. With growing coverage, media outlets face responsibility in how the story is presented. Reporting must remain factual and avoid speculation. Experts warn that misinformation can impact both public perception and the case itself. Accuracy remains critical. For the victim's family, the emotional impact continues to unfold. Each new development can reopen wounds. Their statements reflect both grief and determination. As they follow the legal process step by step, cases of this nature can take months or even years to resolve. Delays may occur due to evidence review, motions, or procedural steps. While the timeline may be long, each phase plays a role in ensuring fairness. If the case proceeds to trial, both sides will present their arguments before a judge or jury. Witnesses may be called, and evidence will be examined in detail. The outcome will depend on how effectively each side supports its claims. The process is designed to reach a legally sound conclusion. Legal experts emphasize the importance of due process. Every individual involved has rights that must be respected. The court system is structured to evaluate evidence fairly and avoid premature conclusions. Interest in the case remains strong. Many continue to follow developments closely. Public attention can influence how widely information spreads, but does not determine legal outcomes. The next court hearing is expected to provide additional updates. It may clarify which evidence will be considered moving forward and outline the next steps in the legal process. All eyes remain on the courtroom. Ultimately, the case is moving toward resolution through legal channels. Whether through trial or other proceedings, the goal is to establish a clear and lawful outcome for all involved. This case continues to develop as new information emerges. Authorities, legal teams, and the victim's family remain engaged in the process. As the legal system moves forward, the focus stays on truth, accountability, and justice.